Did your last experience of giving birth means that you're scared of having another baby? Did you leave that experience feeling traumatized or broken, that something didn't go the way that you expected and you don't know why? Then you're in the right place. We're going to show you how to transform the way that you think about birth and show you how to rethink and reframe what birth trauma means. Hi, I'm Martin.
And I'm Jo, and we're the hosts and educators of Echoes of Birth. Our first daughter was born in 2003, and that was one of the best but also one of the worst days of our lives. Because what happened in the birthing room left us feeling traumatized and left us with scars that took many, many years to heal.
We both suffered flashbacks and nightmares for years after the birth. And at a time when we should have been celebrating and rejoicing being new parents, we were filled with lots of questions that we couldn't get answers to, doubts, guilt, anger, frustration about what had happened in the birthing room. We'll share more with you about that story later. People would just say things like, all that really matters is that you and the baby are okay. But what does okay even mean? It's funny, isn't it, what people think's important when somebody has a baby. What time were they born? How much did she weigh? Who does she look like? Does she have all of her fingers and thumbs? Nobody asked if we were okay and how we felt about what had happened. And we wish they had. So we're here right now to ask you, are you okay? We're here for you.
So that experience set us on a journey to discover what causes birth trauma, and it's not what you think it might be. As a result of that experience, I changed my career and I set myself the goal to support women to have better birthing experiences. And I've supported many hundreds of women in those 20 years to have those experiences in a more positive way and not experience the birth trauma like I did.
It took us about 4 years before we were ready to try again for another baby. We both knew we wanted more children, but it took a long time. Luckily, since then, we've been fortunate to have 2 wonderful home births, and that experience of giving birth in a more positive, empowering way was so healing for both of us. But Jo really struggled postnatally with all 3 of our children, and that's not something that was recoverable, unfortunately. We now know why, and we'll explore that a little bit more later. When our son was born around 9 years ago, it led us into an unexpected place. And that was discovering the world of birth imprints, and specifically the world of the pre and perinatal sciences. And that's what we're here to talk to you a bit about today. We've spent the last 8 years researching, training, and learning more and more about what birth imprints are and why they matter to us. And more importantly, why they matter to you. We've discovered something really profound, something that helped us join up all the dots personally and professionally. And that is this. Our lives in utero and the experiences we have being born influence how we react as adults back in the birthing environment again.
And that's not just for ourselves as parents birthing and as a birthing woman. It's also about the practitioners that are also in the room with you.
Absolutely.
So in other words, how we're born shapes how we birth. The understanding of pre and perinatal sciences and birth imprints really helped me to understand what happened on that day. It helps me understand what makes me tick, why I hate hospitals as much as I do, why it was important for me to have a natural birth and to go on to breastfeeding. But not just personally, it also filled in all of the gaps professionally, why some of my clients didn't respond to treatments, why they struggled at certain points in their pregnancy and their birth. It gave me a whole new perspective.
Now, we want to bring what we've learned over all these years to as many people as possible, because we believe that every woman deserves to have a positive birth experience, and that includes you. So 2 years ago, we committed ourselves to creating a global community, and that's why we created the Echoes of Birth. Echoes of Birth is an online global community for those that want to reclaim their right to a positive birth experience, people just like you. And through that community, we're reframing birth trauma through the lens of pre and perinatal sciences and birth imprints. And we think that what you're going to discover is going to change your world.
We've collaborated with some of the leading experts, researchers and practitioners in the world. And as a result of that education, we've created a powerful set of tools and educational resources just for you. Things that I wish I'd have had when I was birthing one of my children.
Boy, what a difference that would have made.
Indeed.
So we've created this channel here on YouTube because we now know the full extent of birth trauma. And what better time to be talking to you than today, right in the middle of Birth Trauma Awareness Week. Such an important topic. We've got so much to share with you. Over the last couple of years, there's been several birth trauma inquiries and reviews. And what it's shown is what we suspected all along, that birth trauma is way more common than it should be, with at least 1 in 3 birthing women having a traumatic experience. And we think the number's probably much higher than that. What the reviews have done, of course, is they've shone a light on how big the problem is, and they've also explained that birth trauma comes in many different forms. It's not always the life-threatening medical events that maybe come to mind when you use the word trauma. Many, many different ways that women and their birth partners leave the birthing environment feeling traumatized by what they experienced. This is not about judging whether your birth was better, worse, or indifferent to everyone else's that you know. What the reviews fail to do, though, they miss something fundamental, and that is how important it is to know what is inside of you when you enter the birthing environment, what is inside of the other people that are with you in that environment. We all carry things with us every day in every part of our lives, so why would we think it's different in the birthing environment? That's the essence of what we're going to explore with you over the next few weeks.
So, as Martin said, over the next few weeks, we're going to be covering a number of topics that are going to be able to show you how you can reframe your birth trauma. We want to acknowledge the fact that what you experienced is real and that we hear you and we see you. We're going to show you a way forward, a way that helps you to make sense of what you experienced just the way that it did for me, and to help you feel safe again to birth. We want to show you how you can understand what triggers you and why that triggers you. How to understand what is going on in your body and listen to your inner child when those imprints are surfacing again. So we're going to show you a completely different way to reframe your birth experience and give you the transformation that will help you to have a positive birth experience next time.
Fantastic. We'll talk again to you soon. If what we've been sharing with you resonates and you don't want to miss the next video, the best way to do that is to let YouTube know that what we're talking about matters to you. You can do that by liking and subscribing the channel and sharing with other people that you know that you think would like to hear what we have to say. We really look forward to seeing you again soon. Until then, stay strong.
And if you're still with us, thank you so much. God, that was nerve-wracking. First YouTube video ever. So thank you for bearing with us, and we look forward to seeing you again soon.
We are well outside our comfort zone, so bear with us. We will get better at this.
Birthing a new baby all over again.
Crikey. Hopefully not as traumatic.
No.
Take care.
Bye.
Bye-bye.